Let's put theory into practice and play along with the band. In the first example, you will need to concentrate on counting. Keep the hi-hat closed with your left foot on the pedal and play the crotchet, quarter note, closed hi-hat pattern with your right hand. Whenever you're listening to the radio or a CD, try counting to the music. You may think this is a simple thing to do, but you will be teaching yourself the discipline of counting and playing in time. Learning to count regular beats is something that comes as second nature to most musicians, but this is only because they have worked hard at it in the early stages. Keep a steady beat throughout. Always take a short break before trying an exercise at a new tempo. Never speed up or slow down gradually, unless specified. You can now read basic drum notation, understand simple note values, play your first drum pattern. Now let's try playing a basic rock rhythm. We'll break it down into 3 stages. Stage 1. Play the following quaver or eighth note rhythm on the closed hi-hat with your right hand. Say the count as you play, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Keep practicing this exercise until you can play it with smoothness and ease. Now, let's speed it up a bit. Stage 2. Play the hi-hat rhythm as before, but now also play the snare drum with your left hand on beats 2 and 4. This means that on beats 2 and 4 you are playing both the snare and hi-hat simultaneously. If you have trouble putting the snare and hi-hat parts together, isolate the snare part and just play on beats 2 and 4. Once you've got that rock steady, add the quaver hi-hat part. Let's play this slightly faster. This symbol is called a repeat sign, and it means you play all the bars that fell between 2 such signs twice. The first repeat sign is usually left out if it comes at the beginning of a piece. Stage 3. Play the bass drum with your right foot on beats 1 and 3. When playing the bass and snare parts, make sure every beat falls exactly in time with the hi-hat pattern. And don't forget to keep counting. This symbol is called a crotchet rest, and it means these are silent notes which are counted but not played. So only play the bass drum on beats 1 and 3. Rests are vitally important to all musicians, especially drummers. In fact, what you don't play is just as important as what you do play, so count rests just as carefully as any other note. Having practiced the basic rock rhythm on its own, let's have some fun and try using it with the band. Many rhythms demonstrated in this video have been used on lots of great records. This particular rhythm is a rock standard. As you become familiar with different patterns, you will be able to recognize and appreciate the parts played by other drummers. The following example lasts for 9 bars. The first 4 bars are repeated. This equals 8 counts of 4. Then in the 9th bar, you'll end on a crash cymbal and a bass drum on beat 1. The next track is the band minus drums. This is your chance to step in and take over the drummer's stool. You can now play a complete rock drum rhythm, coordinate bass, snare and hi-hat parts, play along with a full band backing track. Let's try some rhythms using different bass drum patterns. This example is another classic rock rhythm using a crotchet, quarter note and quaver, 8th note bass drum pattern. Note the quaver bass drum rest on beat 2. As with all rests, these beats are counted but not played. All music examples in this video are included in the accompanying booklet. In the next example, we'll take the same classic rock rhythm and add another bass drum variation. Listen to how it sounds and try to pick out the bass drum rhythm. Then practice that part on its own. Make sure you've got the part absolutely steady before you attempt to add the snare part. Finally, make sure every bass drum beat falls exactly in time with the hi-hat pattern.